All right. First time in a very, very long time. I am live on YouTube. Very, very interesting. So I got to click on go live here. After you go live, and then you blah, 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 blah. Go live. So yeah, I have not. Part of the reason this is going to be an excuse. Part of the reason why I had not been going live, especially on YouTube, is because the software that I was using, I am currently using, called Restream, it wasn't integrated with TikTok, and so I'd been going live more consistently last year on TikTok, and it was just kind of like a pain in the butt. And so now that Restream is integrated with TikTok, makes my life a little bit easier. Um, Comment if you have questions. Um, Now that I am I'll start that. Now that it's integrated, I can go live in more places at one time, which allows me to be more efficient with my time. But it's an excuse. It really is. If I really wanted to do it, I probably could have done it. But we are doing the hard things in 2025, um, even when we don't want to and even when we don't feel like it. So the goal is to go live every day for 365 days. That's always the goal, but some days I'm just not really up to it. But let's see if we can. What questions do you guys have for me today that I can answer? First, comment where you're checking in from, because I am live on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and LinkedIn, Twitter. You got to be Twitter Premium. I'm live in like 7 or 8 different places. So let me know where you are checking in from, and maybe we can go from there. If you have questions about starting an online business, making money online, consistency, persistence, any of those things, I'd be happy to answer them for you, because I am here for you. I am here to help you reach your goals, whatever that goal may be. Usually, what happens, just to give you guys a heads up, in the very beginning, we'll get a bunch of people that need attention. They will comment something because they don't get the attention that they need in real life, and so they'll come here looking for attention. Usually, after about maybe 2 or 3 minutes, they'll filter themselves out. So, if you see people hopping in and just commenting random things, that's just them needing attention that they can't find in real life, and it'll be okay. They'll filter themselves out. So, what questions do you have for me? If you want to know about my background, how I got started, uh, my predictions for 2025 and going forward. If you want to know where I've been, feel free to throw that out, because I'll answer any question, every question. I don't have anything planned or scheduled for this live stream. But there's always stuff to talk about. There's always stuff to get into. I plan on going live for about an hour, maybe hour and a half, depending on how things go, and depending on how hungry I get. If I get really hungry, I will. I'll have to end this live a little bit early. So, how to get more views on YouTube, how to monetize YouTube, how to monetize TikTok or social media in general, all things that I know a decent amount about. And for the most part, when people come to me for help, oh, I've got this new book that I wrote called Platform Proof Profits, Triple P. And Platform Proof Profits is a short, I would say, is it 200 pages? It's almost 200 pages of actionable information that will help you monetize your social media. I've used this exact playbook. I should have called it playbook. I use this playbook to monetize both my YouTube and TikTok, regardless of following size. But I'm trying to see. Let me see if I can take a look here. Anyway, if you have questions about those things, I'd be happy to help you out with that, answer those questions, give you direction. If you are just starting content creation and you want to know the where to start, how to get started, I can help you out with that. So, any questions you have along those things, I can help you out. One of the first questions people usually have is how to find a niche, or where do I go to find my niche? And I think that's usually the easiest thing to do. Everything else can be more challenging. Um, I feel like the challenge that people have is they're looking for the perfect niche. They're looking for something. Um, they could have at least added your name in place of your name from the ChatGPT written copy. Um, nice. Where is? I'm not even sure what he's talking about. Anyway, um, anyway, I'm not even sure what he's talking about. If we continue on, what was I saying? I don't know. The fun part about all of this is, um, you get random people, get randos. I completely lost my train of thought. That one, reading that one thing forced me to lose my complete train of thought. Anyway, post your questions. I'll get them answered. But right now, we're just getting back on track with going live because I haven't done it in so long. It's a skill. Going live, everything that you're going to do on the internet. Oh, I was talking about how to find your niche. Everything that everything that you do on the internet is a skill that you learn. And the more you learn the skill, the better you'll get at it. And going live is no exception. Going live is a skill that you have to learn. And the best way to learn a skill is to keep doing it again and again and again. So I am out of practice of going live. So this may feel herky jerky. This may feel a little strange in the very beginning, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and talk about it. First thing you want to do is you want to have a niche, and I'm trying to find a screenshot that I've taken, because if I can find a screenshot for finding a niche, I'll bring that up. But finding a niche is actually really simple. And let me just try and do this one other way. In general, if this is the first time that you're on my live, one thing that you'll know is that I truly try and teach you something so that by the end of the live, you have more knowledge than what you came here with, that you entered with, and so that you can take this knowledge and directly implement it into whatever you're working on. So Google Docs, Google Drive, Google Docs. um, let's start there. Let's see. How to, let me see if I can share my screen here. Window, entire screen. Let's do screen to share. Okay, great. So how do I just move this over now? Yeah, maximize, minimize. That's not working. I wonder. Let me get out of this. We'll get rid of that, and let's try it again. Share screen, current tab, window. Um, I wonder, can you select an area? It won't let me select an area. Okay, let's try this. I can't like shrink it. Or maybe I can. No, it won't let me shrink. Replace, hide. So again, this is all the skill that you or that we have to do. And unfortunately, I'm doing this in real time. And so I am learning as I go. I guess I could always just kind of like, can I just tab this over? You can see that. All right, how to, let's say how to start an online business, step by step. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a niche. A niche is just an area where you are focusing. All of your time and attention is going to go to that area, right? And a lot of people are telling you that you are your niche. A lot of people are telling you that you can have multi niches, and this is wrong. You cannot have multiple niches. and you are not your niche. So stop believing people that are telling you that. If you want to know why, comment why, and I'll answer those. But your niche is your interests, hobbies, passions, work functions. They can be who you were 5 years ago, who you were 5 years ago, or they can even be a current journey. Okay, so these are the different ways to find a niche. So I'm just going to put like, let's put here, how to find a niche. And I'm just going to copy all of that, tab this over. Great. So, how to find a niche. After you find a niche, you are simply going to write down all of the problems your niche has. Okay. And what I usually advise people to do is to write your niche at the top, and then underneath, you write down the problems on the left hand side, and then write down potential solutions on the right hand side. If you truly, if you truly know your niche, this should take you, you know, this should take you half an hour. So in general, your niche should probably take you 30 minutes because you'll have a list of maybe 15 or 20, and then you'll want to niche down to one or two. Uh, Write down all the problems your niche has. This should take you another 30 minutes. And then you can start thinking about solutions. Write potential solutions for solutions for step two. Okay. And so you're right now you're just brainstorming. And this is an incredibly important aspect of success is trying to map it out in your head. Now you don't have to have it all figured out, but map out a good portion of it in your head before you start doing stuff. And the reason being, in my opinion, is you want to have a plan for money. You want to have a plan for monetization. A lot of people will just start doing stuff and start creating content, but they don't actually have a plan. And when they don't have a plan, if you don't have a plan, I wonder, can I put myself, can I? It doesn't matter. If you don't have a plan, you're going to wind up creating content for fun, for funsies. And while that might feel great, there is, uh, it's, it makes it difficult to make money in the long run. Okay. So write down all the solutions you have for step two. Then I'm going to say pick one, then um, create or find the solution. And so ideally, if you're creating the solution, it's going to be a digital product. If you are finding a solution, it's going to be affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing. And I believe, I believe, get these words spelled right here. I believe that everyone should have a digital product that they create and sell first. I think you should do this first. The reason being is if you have a digital product, you can you can do affiliate marketing on the back end. So let me give you an example. Let's say I create a 60-second business blueprint where I teach people how to get more views in 60 seconds with short format content. Inside of that blueprint, I can include links to different affiliate products and services. And that's exactly what I did with my 60-second business blueprint. I created a digital product and then I included affiliate links on the back end. Can you guys hear me? I wonder, can you guys hear me? I think you can. I think you can. I think you can. I think you can hear me. I just want to make sure. Anyway, actually, I can verify that for myself. What do we got here? So, Okay, great. Great, great, great. Um, awesome. Anyway, I recommend creating a digital product that you create and sell, and then you can do affiliate marketing on the back end. The reason why I like going this route is you have your own digital asset that you can sell 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's not platform dependent, hence the book Platform Proof Profits that I wrote. It's not platform dependent. It's it can be taken with you everywhere. It's your asset, and it can't be taken away from you. So, step four: pick one, then create or find a solution. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Now that you've done this, the next step essentially is to create content. Create content. Now, the type of content you create is going to be based on where you create the content. If you are doing social media, that is one type of content. If you are doing YouTube, I'm going to say blogging or Pinterest, that is going to be a different type of content. Okay. On on social media, people are not actively looking for a solution, not looking for a solution. So you kind of have to like interrupt them. You've got to. Um, I like to I like to use the analogy that social media is like two people walking on a street, a busy street, maybe in New York, and they're walking, and eventually they're going to cross each other's path. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get them to pause at least for a second, and you're trying to interrupt whatever they've got going on. When people are on YouTube, blog, or Pinterest, they are looking for a solution. And so the type of content you create will be different based on where you are creating this content. Guys, let me know if this is making sense. Oh, hey, I'm good. So I actually, one of the things I don't like about this is I can't see if people are commenting. So we'll hide that. So it looks like I'm getting a couple comments over on um, TikTok. I apologize. Like I said, I couldn't actually see these until just now. I am live when it comes predictions 2025. So I think in general, I think 2025 is going to push for a greater need for people showing up on camera and being human, authentic, and real. Okay. And I'll talk about that in just a moment, but I think that's going to be really important because AI is becoming so good and so advanced. If you look at CES, it's going on right now, Consumer Electronics, I think it's Showcase. They've got AI people that are looking and sounding almost real. But if you can, and we'll talk about this in a moment, but if you can show people that you're real by integrating your stories and your experience, that's something that AI can't easily replicate just yet. Now, it might be getting better at it, but it can't quite replicate it. Okay, so back to creating content. There are two types of content that you're going to create depending on where you are. If you're using, let's say, like TikTok, TikTok, Instagram, uh, X, whatever you want to call it, you're going to create content one way. You are interrupting whatever it is that they've got going on. You're stepping in front of them while they're walking down the street. And so, what you want to do here is you want to create content based on their pain points, goals, dreams, desires, and things they are thinking but afraid to say out loud. Okay. And it's going to be really important because you are trying to get these people to stop in their tracks. But if you're creating content on the long form, which essentially is what um, YouTube blogging in Pinterest are, is people are searching for a solution, and so you are going to do a little bit of keyword research to find the solution. And there's a couple ways to do that. You can use tools. You can use AI software, or you can use the alphabet, I spelled that wrong, alphabet soup method. Okay. And the alphabet soup method is just a matter of going to the search bar and you're going to type in whatever your keyword is. So, like, we'll say how to start an online business. And then you go through each letter of the alphabet. You do A underscore, and then B underscore, and then C underscore. You go through each letter of the alphabet and you write down what's popping up or what has popped up. So that those are the two. This is the biggest difference between social media and YouTube, or social media. Social media algorithms change more frequently to reflect the change in consumers, but with older platforms like YouTube, blogging, Pinterest, they don't change as much, and people go here to actively look for a solution. You know, you can go to YouTube right now and start typing in. Actually, let me show you that. If you go to YouTube, oh, you can't see that. Let's say share this tab instead. I'm not signed in. So if I typed in like how to draw a, and then as you can see here, that these are the search results people are actively searching for, and you can't really even see that right now. I wonder, can I slide this over? No, that's not gonna work. Let me see. Let me try and change this here. Let me see here. Let's see. We can do screen, and then we'll try this. Okay, great. So how to draw a, and then you go through each letter of the alphabet. So like how to draw a animal, anime character, apple, airplane. And you simply can just go through each letter of the alphabet and figure out what people are actively searching for. So you go bee, body, bird, butterfly, bunny, boy, and you keep doing this over and over again. These are things that people are actively searching for. And this is keyword research for YouTube. But if we go back over here and we look at social media, people aren't, for the most part, aren't actively searching for a solution. People aren't going to TikTok to look up how to start an online business. They are usually trying to get away from the problems that they have, or they're trying to at least not think about them as frequently or as often as for at least 10 or 15 minutes while they're on lunch break. Let me see. I got some questions over here. Happy New Year. Thanks for the likes. It's the only thing is I can't really see. Can I move this? I can't really see the things that people are saying over here. So let me just check the questions that are popping up over on TikTok, and then we'll get back over to it. So, do you do this full time, affiliate marketing? Yes, I do it full time. AI prediction, like I mentioned. I'm doing well. How are you? Thanks for the like. Yes. Joined. Okay, great. So it looks like I am caught up on the questions. Anyway, let's see. We can. All right. So, how to find a niche. We covered that. Actually, no, we'll talk about that in a minute. Write down all the problems your niche has. Write down potential solutions for step 2. I'm actually going to sneak one in here, and pick one, then create or find the solution. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. You can do free or paid. If you do free, let me get rid of the highlight. If you do free, you can use a series or a combination of tools. You could use something like Google Docs or Google Suite for free. You can use Gumroad to sell your thing. You can use Canva. And the great thing with Canva, I spelled Canva wrong. The great thing with Canva is they've got templates for you to use to get started. So if I go over to canva.com, and I type in like workbook, for example, workbook, you're going to see that Canva has a bunch of workbook templates that you can start with. You don't have to start from scratch, but you do have to edit these. Like you can't just download this self-care workbook and then turn around and sell it. What you can do is you can customize the template and make a few changes. Come on. Okay. One thing that you'll notice while that's working, or maybe won't work, is that Canva has a free plan and a premium plan. Premium plans. The free plans will give you access to some things. Premium will unlock other things. Can I do affiliate marketing with blog post and paid advertising on Google? You could, but the thing that it comes down to is it worth it? Okay. You've got to figure out how many clicks it would take in order for you to earn a commission or earnings per click. um, how much you'd have to spend on, let's say, Facebook ads in order to get someone to click and buy over on your blog. But yes, you could, and in fact, I've done that before. And in fact, let me see. Let me bring up my YouTube channel. I don't know. Are you watching this as a short or as a regular video? Because I explain that method. I explain how to do it in one of these I tried it videos. Okay, so it looks like it's a short. So one of the I tried it videos that I did is actually that method. And let me see if I can find it for you. And with that method, I did Google Ads. So did I sort by most popular? Yeah. But yes, you can do that as long as the math plays out on it. So this method, I don't think that's not the right one. Let's see. But yes, you can do affiliate marketing. In fact, a lot of people do that. It's called arbitrage, right? Um, but let me see if I can find it. Where is it at? It was the first I tried it video that I did, really. Um, but I can't find it. Let me see. For some reason, I'm not able to find it. But actually, this video right here. This one right here, I tried it, earn your first $100 of affiliate marketing in 24 hours. That's what this method is. I went out and found high search traffic, low cost keywords, or made a blog post for it, and then I ran Google Ads to it. So yes, that definitely works, and you can definitely do that. But you've got to figure out how much you're going to spend in order to get that commission back. But yes, that works. For whatever reason, this isn't working. Okay, great. So as I was talking about before, you could actually put together a workbook that you sell using Canva, but you have to make sure that you are changing this. You can't just sell this self-care workbook, right? You The great thing is all of this is editable. You can use this as a foundation, but don't make this your entire thing, right? How cool is that? Canva gives you the tools to be successful. You can then download this as a PDF. Then you can sell it. You could either sell it using Gumroad. You could even do this with like a Google Suite to create a sales page. Um, but if you have some money to spend, you can hire someone over on Fiverr to do this for you. Fiverr to create the digital product. You can use a sales page builder. I personally like Gbolt systems for the sales page builder. But really, that's the only two changes that you make. So, and then once you decide where you're going to create content, you only need to create content in one of these places. TikTok gets 2 billion visits per month. YouTube gets 20 billion visits per month. You don't have to be everywhere. You just have to pick one and move forward. In fact, if I go over to a website called SimilarWeb, you'll see that each one of these places that I'm discussing and mentioning, they get tons of visits. And so you just need to pick one and go all in. So we'll do Instagram, for example. Hopefully I'll be able to slide this over so you can see it. No. Oh, here we go. Instagram. So Instagram gets 6 billion visits per month, right? So people that tell you that you need to be everywhere, that's not necessarily the case. Because what percent of 6 billion do you need to make $3,000 a month? A very small percent. If we compared that to Pinterest, Pinterest is another popular platform. Let's see if it does it. Pinterest gets 1.26 billion visits per month. You just need to pick one place and go. We can compare that to Reddit and X and Facebook, right? If we scroll down, Instagram gets 6 billion, Pinterest gets 1.26 billion, Reddit gets 3 billion, X gets 4.5 billion, Facebook gets 12 billion. You only need to find one of these places. And what's really interesting, Happy New Year to you too. What's really, really important and really, really interesting is what you need to do is pick one of these places and dedicate yourself to being the expert, to mastering everything to know about this one place, right? And the reason why you want to do that is so that you know how to navigate it. You know the type of content that works, you know the type of content that doesn't work. And so if you know what works and doesn't work, you can create good stuff that works, right? So just pick one platform. And I'm just going to highlight this and say, pick one platform. Platform to start. What I tell people, and I've misspelled every word here, what I tell people is pick one platform to start, and then you can always come back later and add in platforms. So for your first 3 months, just choose Instagram or choose TikTok or choose LinkedIn. And then as you've mastered that one and you're comfortable and you're consistent, you can always add in a second or third or fourth one later, and you'll grow that much better, right? So, where to create content or create content, social media or YouTube, and then it goes back to kind of being the same. You want to, let's say, how to create content. How to create content. All of your content should have a hook, story, and offer. A hook is something that reels in your audience. I should put target audience. And very important, and repels. I don't know if that's right. Repels not your audience, right? What's really important, we'll fix those two out. There you go. What's really important is people make the mistake that and believe that they need everybody. You don't want everybody. You want the right people. And when you have the right hook, it brings in the people that will be interested in your product or service, and it pushes away people that aren't interested. For example, right now I'm talking about how to make money online. If you're not interested in making money online, you don't want to watch this video. If you are creating content about skincare routines and you're talking to women, you're going to want to push away men that aren't interested in skincare routines. And then your story is simply going to pay off the hook, and then your call to action. And I'm going to get more detailed in each one of these. Your offer is going to be a call to action to take the next step. Because if you don't tell people what to do, they won't do anything. And so let's talk about the offer. The offer can be follow for more. It can be subscribe. It can be a comment. Now, when you do a comment, when you ask people to take a comment, have them or make a comment, ask an open-ended question. For example, instead of saying, do you agree or disagree? You might say, let's say our topic is about skincare routines. So instead of saying, do you like the skincare routine that I just came up with? Say, um, say which skincare routine have you tried before, and did it work? When you get people to post or write more, it sends a positive signal uh, uh, to the algorithms. Okay, awesome information. Thank you. I appreciate it. So one thing that I want you guys to do and focus on is when you're creating content, you want to invoke an emotion. And if you can invoke an emotion, you are going to you are going to get people to comment. You're going to get people to subscribe or follow. But if you don't invoke an emotion, you will not get people to take that next step. Right? So follow for more, subscribe, comment, or if then statement. If then statement. If you want to do X, then Y. If you want to learn how to monetize your YouTube channel without the YouTube partner program, partner program, then check out my book, Platinum Proof Profits, where I show you step by step how you can monetize your YouTube channel, your TikTok account in just 7 days without the ad revenue. Right? That's a call to action. And that's an if then statement. You can also do if then statements in your hook. So we can do, I'm going to say if then. If you are this, if you are feeling this, if you are that, then do this. Okay. So, any questions? Is this making sense? Is this too confusing? Do you disagree? I just asked a bunch of closed-ended questions when I told you guys not to do closed-ended questions. How cool is that? Comment 1 if this is making sense. So, if you are just joining us, I should do a reset. If you're just joining us, I am creating a step-by-step guide on how to start a business step by step. So far, we have talked about how to find your niche. And let me just jump back into this. So if you're struggling to find a niche, one place that you can go is you can go look at the magazine aisle of your grocery store. Every magazine is a niche. In fact, what you'll see on magazines and magazines are multiple niches and sub niches. For example, Bass Fishing Weekly, that's a niche. And then you'll see Saltwater Fishing Monthly. Bass fishing and saltwater fishing are sub niches of the fishing niche. In fact, I wonder if I've got it. I went and bought, this was a while ago, maybe a couple years ago. I went and bought a bunch of magazines because I wanted to show you guys all of the different niches that are out there. So, for example, I've got this one, Inside Weddings, celebrating 20 years of weddings. That's a niche that you could possibly get into. Cross stitch. I don't know how to monetize my content. What's your content about? Comment what your niche is, and I'll give you an idea. So cross stitch is a niche. The Knot magazine is a niche. You can see there, and I bought all of these in the magazine aisle. Family Handyman Monthly is a completely different niche. These are all different niches that I found in the magazine aisle that could put money into your pocket potentially. You can go to Barnes and Noble and find a niche, um, but I don't recommend that you do that to start. I recommend having a list of 10 or 15 to start with, and then go from there. I want to sell digital products. So first thing we need to understand, think USA Arabic, is what is your niche? What do you help people do? One thing that you can do to help you clarify your niche, wedding niche. So what type of wedding? Destination wedding? Do you help people get married for the second time, third time? The wedding niche is actually really, really easy. And let me just, so can you see this? Can you see this? Okay, great. So I'm just going to tab over once. Here's what we can do. Wedding niche. A really simple thing that you could do is a wedding budget calculator. You can do a save the date templates. You can do wedding templates. Think about all of the DIY stuff that they could do for themselves. Wedding is really, really easy, actually. You could help them. You could do a destination wedding planner, because there's people that are out there. Think about everyone out there. Oh, you can't really see that. Think about everyone out there that is getting married for the first time. What are some things that that they don't know? What don't they know? Some very basic things. So destination wedding planner. We could even do, a honeymoon planner. Honeymoon planner. We could do table number templates. We can do, what are some other things that people need or might not know they need? Honeymoon planner. When it comes to getting married for the first time, what can you turn into, maybe even something like vows. Is it ES? Wedding vows. Help people, maybe wedding vows templates. Help people with the most challenging parts of getting married. Maybe even you put together, there's different things out there to help people save money, like those little, you on day one you put $1 away, on day two you put $2 away, day three you could do that. What are simple things that people don't know that they need uh, when it comes to getting married? You know, what are simple things? And another option, what you can do is you can even go over to Amazon, and type in wedding. Maybe we do a guided journal to help people process their feelings as they get closer to the wedding. Guided journal. Help people. Maybe people want to lose weight. Weight loss journey. Lose 20 pounds by the time you get married. Weight loss planner. And help them lose 20 pounds before their big day. But one thing you can do is go over to Amazon, type in wedding, and then look at some of the things that are already out there. Oh, a wedding checklist, a wedding planner and organizer. But we're not stealing anybody's ideas. We're looking for inspiration. So weight loss planning, wedding planner, wedding checklist. A wedding checklist is really helpful. Wedding checklist. And maybe we niche down a little bit, and when we say like a wedding DIY checklist, because ultimately people want to have the perfect wedding, but they don't have an infinite amount of money. And a lot of this stuff, if you can help them save money by giving them a list of things that they can do on their own, they will appreciate you for it, and they'll buy it. So how cool is that? In the matter of less than 5 minutes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 ideas, and I'm not even in the wedding niche. Um, and I'm sure, hopefully you have some experience in weddings, um, where you can come up with another 20 ideas. The wedding niche is probably one of the easier ones. I've had people come up with some random obscure idea, and I have no idea what they're talking about, and we kind of work through it and we figure it out together. Right. So if you want, comment your niche down below, and I'll give you some ideas based on whatever your niche is. But how cool is that? Right? I would say probably in about 5 minutes we came up with 7 or 8 different ideas. So let's see. Where are we at here? Write down the problems you have. Right. All right. So let's go back up here on how to create content. And I want to make sure that the purpose of your content is to invoke emotion. And when you invoke an emotion, you get people to like, comment, share, follow. Think about the last video you shared in your group chat. It invoked an emotion, whether it was positive or negative. It invoked an emotion, and that's what got you to that's what got you to share it. And so, what you want to do is create content that invokes an emotion within your niche, right? So, hook. What I would encourage you guys to do is when you're thinking about your hook, think about the person on the other side of the camera. And actually, I want to make sure that I put this really important. Make content for the viewer. Don't make content for yourself. Make content for the person on the other side of the camera. Don't say, let me see, don't say I or me. Say, can I start with my phone? Why is webcam better? I don't think I ever said, yeah, start with what you have. Start with what you have. If you have a webcam, start there. If you've got a smartphone, start there. Say us, we, or them, they. Have you ever watched a video? A webcam's better because it's designed, it's stationary. You won't have to worry about holding it and having shaking hands. Have you ever watched a video where someone started off, they don't want you to know this? It makes us an us versus them. And us versus them. That's an old school marketing tactic that always works. Right? Kendrick Lamar, the most popular song of the summer was Not Like Us, because it was us versus them. Old school marketing. Either you're with us or you're against us. Either you're in the in crowd or you're a loser. You're in the out crowd. That sounded harsh, but don't say I or me, because in the beginning, and I say this probably like 50 times a day. Nobody cares about you. They care about the problems you can solve for them. So your whole purpose in the very beginning is to solve problems for other people. And once you show that you can solve problems for other people, they will start caring about you. So that's really important. But one thing that you can do, Diane, is if you're looking for webcams or decent microphones, and you've got a strict budget, got a limited budget, look at secondhand stores like Goodwill and Salvation Army, or look at pawn shops. People will sell their stuff over in pawn shops because they need the money. And you might be able to find a deal or two. You might be able to find a really good camera for a decent at a decent discount. I mean, you could always use eBay too if you want, but if you're looking for something local, obviously Facebook Marketplace. Um, uh, you can use like Facebook Marketplace. You could use secondhand stores like I mentioned, Goodwill, or even a pawn shop. I think works out really well. So when you're making content, you make content for the viewer, the person on the other side of the camera. Don't say I or me because it comes off as selfish. I want more views. So sounds really selfish. Say us, we, them, or they. They don't want you to know. Is really powerful. Your hook reels in your target audience. You can use if-then statements. Um, you also want to repel people that aren't in your audience. I also tell people in the very beginning, stay away from uh like group names. So like I already started, I created my website and products. Now I don't know how to monetize them. If you've got products, you monetize by creating content to attract people to you. Like give me an example of a product that you have. So for example, if I started calling people my God bolties, I mentioned selling digital products, email marketing, and affiliate marketing. If I said my God bolties in the very beginning, I think that's a terrible idea because, especially on social media, if you're very small and you are calling and you've got a pet name for the people that consume your content, social media is about being inclusive and not exclusive. And if you are if you have a pet name for the group of people that watch, you are going to be making people that aren't inside of that, aren't on the inside joke. They're going to make them feel like outsiders, and they won't want to consume your content. So what I would recommend that you do is stay away from the pet names until you have like 20,000 followers, 50,000 followers. Have a high number, and then that's when you can start with the hey y'all, hey guys. I call it like being an influencer. Stay away from the influencer type content until you have 20,000, 50,000 followers. Then you can come up with a silly name for your group. Like I said, I would never call you guys the God Bolties, because if you're not if you're not in the God Bolties group and you have no idea what I'm talking about, you're gonna say I'm an outsider, and people don't want to be on the in the outside of a joke, especially on social media. Everybody wants to be at the cool kids table, and if you have no idea what the God Bolties are, you're not going to feel like you're in the cool kids table, and you're gonna want to leave, right? Do you guys have any questions? Is this making sense? Let me know if this is making sense, because I'm making this video for you. And one thing that I do, and I don't realize it, is because I've been creating content about this for so long, there might be simple little things that I'm kind of glossing over, and I just assume that everybody knows. So if there's something out there that doesn't make any sense to you, tell me. If you feel like I missed over some aspect of something, tell me. Um, because like I said, I've been doing this for like 10 years now, almost 10 years now, and some of it just feels logical, but it's only logical because I've been doing it for so long. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So the story pays off the hook, and the type of story that you tell depends on your social media or where you're creating content. Um, if you are on social media, you are going to tell a story based on the pain points, goals, dreams, desires. So, for example, let's use the wedding niche for example. You might use a hook where you say something like, if you just got engaged, but you are afraid to tell your friends and family because you have a budget of only $5,000, that's the hook, then you might want to say, watch this video because I'm going to show you exactly what my client did to have the perfect wedding with only $5,000. That's the hook, right? If then statement. If you just got engaged, but your family already said they're not giving you any money, here's how you're going to have a wedding with literally no money. Here are three things my client did to get married 100% out of pocket while living minimum wage. To me, it does, but lots of them don't know their kids still. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's why I'm asking. If something doesn't make sense, let me know. Be happy to answer. But do you guys see what I did there? If then statement. If, and I called out the people, if you just got engaged or if you're planning a wedding and you have a budget of $5,000, so don't do YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Because all of this is skill based, Diane. And what I think learning how to navigate YouTube can be a daunting task. YouTube and TikTok behave differently because they're different audiences. And so instead of splitting your time in half trying to master YouTube and TikTok, why don't you spend 100% of your time trying to master one of them? That's how I look at it. Because you spend your first 3 months learning and mastering how TikTok works. And then on month 4, you can learn how YouTube works. But you already have the knowledge and skills and experience on creating content. And so it should be easier. It's like learning a language. One of the best ways I think to look at it is like learning a language. People that know 5 languages always said the third language is easier to learn than the second because they have kind of like a base of operations to go after. And I think that's the same with content and social media. It's much easier to learn the second platform after you've spent time mastering the first one. You're welcome. Because, like I said, the algorithms behave differently. The people on these platforms will behave differently. Um, what success looks like is different. Um, well, yes and no. I think YouTube should do, and no one pays me for my suggestions, is I think YouTube should have created a completely separate app for shorts, and that YouTube Shorts app should have behaved like TikTok. That's what I think YouTube should have done. I think YouTube should have spun Shorts off into its own thing and not try and cram 2 different platforms into one. I think they would have been much more successful in stopping what TikTok is doing. Because, and this is kind of getting off into a side quest, but one of the biggest issues, one of the biggest benefits that TikTok has is that when you open up TikTok, you kind of never know what you're going to get. And when you scroll, it's kind of like it's kind of like a gamble. Every single time you scroll, you don't know what you're going to get. And you don't have that same opportunity on YouTube. The YouTube For You page or homepage fundamentally is different, especially on desktop, is fundamentally different than the TikTok For You page. And trying to force the TikTok style content onto the YouTube homepage, it doesn't feel natural or right. That's just my 2 cents that nobody asked for. Anyway, so what you're going to do here for on social media, you are going to tell stories related to Um, related to step 5A. Related to step 5A. Okay. On how do you get over the shyness, nervousness of being seen when starting? I don't really care what other people think. Um, because at the end of the day, those people don't pay my bills. One of the things that you absolutely need to be successful on the internet is you need to be stubborn. Almost like not foolishly stubborn, but you need to have this thing in your mind. It really comes down to mindset. You need to have this mindset where you are stubborn. You are stubborn almost to a fault. You are determined beyond belief because many people have failed before you and many people will fail after you. And you have to believe with your whole being that you are the one person that's going to succeed. You are the one person out of 1,000 people that are trying that's going to succeed where others have failed. And that takes kind of like I don't even know what it's called. It takes kind of like an arrogance. And that's why I think that's why some content creators come off as arrogant, because you have to have that arrogance about you to think that you are going to be the exception and not the rule. Most people never make $1 online, or they don't make, let's say they don't make $500 online. You have to have an arrogance about you. It's kind of like it's kind of like athletes. You ever wonder why athletes are so arrogant and stubborn? It's because they have it in their mind. You can protect yourself from profanities. It's easy if you just block some words. Um, Professional athletes are incredibly arrogant because they are the top 0.01%. They have to have had a stubborn, blind foolishness to think to themselves that they're going to do the one thing that millions of people have wanted to do but have been unable to do. Think about it. For most people, they're not most people. For some people, their dream growing up was to play professional sports. But only 0.01% of those people actually get to live that dream. And in order for you to make it that far, you have to have a stubborn arrogance about you, thinking you're going to do what others have tried and failed to do. Because there's somebody right now that is trying or wants to be a YouTuber, but they're quit. There's somebody right now that wanted to be a YouTuber for the last 2 years, hasn't made a dime or hasn't made $500, and they're throwing their hands up and they're saying they quit. So I think thick skin is different. Thick skin is just not caring that people are calling you names. If you want to be successful in this, I guess, yeah, you've got to think that, hey, I am the 1%. I am the 1% of all people in the world, because there's what, 8 billion, 7 billion people in the world. Less than a million of them are content creators. I would argue. You are going to be in that 1% of exclusive people that makes money by creating content. Lots of people want to do it. There's a new person every minute of every day that tells themselves that they're going to quit their job and be a full-time content creator. And there's probably 2 people, maybe 1.5 people that are quitting because it didn't shake out how they thought it was going to shake out. They're quitting because they were told that it was going to be easy and going to be simple, and they just make a couple videos and boom, they were going to make a bunch of money per month. But they found out that no, you've got to be consistent. You got to be You got to be consistent. You got to be persistent. You got to be stubborn. You got to have a kind of almost like a childness, foolishness that goes about you, um, because it's hard and it takes dedication, and there's still other things that are required of you. Hopefully that helped. I kind of just went into some random diatribe there, but hopefully the information helps. Hopefully you're able to get value out of that. So on social media, you're gonna tell stories that are related to step 5A on YouTube. Depending on what the what the search is, what the question is, you are going to solve that problem. For example, if someone is looking up how to have a wedding with a budget of $5,000, you simply will lay out the game plan of how to have a wedding, a a, a wedding for less than $5,000. Let me know if you guys have any questions, because I'd be happy to get them answered for you. Mm, 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 mm. So yeah, one thing that I'm dedicating myself to is closing out used tabs, closing out tabs that I no longer need, because by the end of 2024, I had 38 tabs in each, or 38 windows, and then each window had like 15 tabs. It got pretty excessive. So yeah, what other questions you guys have for me? If you want, comment in your niche down below and I'll help you come up with digital product ideas. If you are just joining us, how to start an online business, I'm going to put in 2025, because this is what you should do step by step. I wonder if I should, I'm going to try and make this text a little bit bigger so that you guys can see it. What is the best app for editing? What are you editing? Is if you are editing, and let's say you're on TikTok, just use the TikTok editing platform. Use the editing inside of TikTok. Also, I should let you guys know that my book, Platform Proof Profits, is on sale. It's actually a physical book, which I really, really enjoy. It teaches you how to make up to your first $1,000 with TikTok and YouTube step by step. So what did I use when I first got started? Excuse me. If you're doing YouTube videos, you could use CapCut. CapCut has a free service, a free level that you can do. What I would even tell you, if you're brand new to content creation, I would say don't worry so much about editing. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but what I want you to do, and what I tell my clients to do, is get the reps up. Where can we get the book? You can get the book by going to, I have a link. I should have a link in my um, in the description of the video, or you can go to platformproofprofits.com. I will link that down below. Hit enter. Yeah, it's right there. So what I'm a proponent of, and I look at content creation. I used to, I played basketball, and I still play basketball a few times a week. I look at content creation like a sport. And when it comes to playing basketball, and I coached my kids basketball last night, the little kids, they're like 5, 6, and 7 years old. They're really bad at shooting. They can't shoot, right? However, when I play, when compared to them, I'm really good at shooting. And the reason is I've put in the reps to be better at shooting than them. And it's the same as content creation. Get the reps up. Make a bunch of videos. Get comfortable being on camera. Get comfortable making mistakes. Get comfortable putting together a script. Get comfortable putting together everything that goes into making a YouTube video. And then when you've got 10 of those, you've got 20 of those, then you can look at improving. Okay, maybe I need to do some editing. Okay, well, why don't we work on some light editing where I just get rid of the ums and the ahs and the pauses. And then you do another 20 of those or 50 of those. And then you say, okay, I am comfortable with light editing. Why don't I add in something a little bit more challenging? Why don't I add in putting in B-roll or motion graphics or something like that? So in the very beginning, if you've got less than, I don't know, 100 videos, your first 10 or 20, don't worry about editing at all. Just make sure you've got decent lighting. And what I mean by decent lighting, make a video in front of a window. Um, Decent lighting, have an outline of the things that you want to cover, and then upload it. Play it back, look at things that you can do to make it better, and work on improving every time you upload. That's my game plan for most people, especially if you're brand new to content creation. Because what normally happens, hopefully I don't fall out of the screen here, but what normally happens is if you're brand new to editing, you're going to try and cut out every single and ah, and you're going to wind up hating the way that your video sounds. You're going to wind up hating the way you sound. And what I want you to do is I want you to get the reps up. I want you to shoot baskets. I want you to keep shooting. A person like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, they've taken tens of thousands of jump shots from the time that they were 6 years old or whenever they started. And when they tried their first jump shot, it looked bad. It certainly wasn't the finished product. It looked bad. It probably didn't go anywhere, but it was something to start with. It was a base to start off of. And you can always like deactivate those videos later if you want, but don't try and be perfect. Try and just get the first 20 done, get them uploaded. And the same with TikTok. If you're on TikTok, I don't think you should try and strive for perfection in your TikTok videos. I think you should try and strive for being done and being happy that you've done something that most people cannot or will not ever do. Because most people are consumers. Most people will consume your content. It may feel like everybody's a content creator these days, but in reality, there's a very small number of people that are actually content creators. And you just making the leap to being a content creator is a huge step. And it's something that you are going to have to practice and get reps in. Again, I don't know. We just kind of went on a side quest there. I don't know if that even makes sense, but that's how I look at it. In fact, what I usually have my clients do is their first YouTube video, I'll tell them make a 5-minute video or a 3-minute video. State on your video who you are, what you do, and how you help other people. And talk a little bit about how you got to where you are. Make it easy on yourself. Just the act of getting your first video up into the world is a huge accomplishment that many people will never get to. Does that make sense? So I've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes. What other questions you guys have for me? If you want, comment your niche down below. When you get the book, Platform Proof Profits, I don't know if you guys can see that. You also, in addition, you get the physical book, which takes maybe 2 weeks to get. You'll get an audiobook, which I'm currently working on. You actually get the ebook right away. There's a paid, not a paid, there's a free community included where you can come and ask questions. And there's actually end of chapter resources that will help you move to your goal quicker as well. So there's a lot of value packed right into this book that you can get. Like I said, it takes about 2 weeks or so to get, but I'm pretty excited and pretty proud of it because it is the first book that I've ever written. I was very apprehensive. What is this? I was very apprehensive about the book. I was very apprehensive about writing the book. And I didn't use AI to write it. Any other questions for me? So one thing I'm noticing is me using Restream.io, I'm not getting as many views as I normally would get on TikTok. So that might be something to consider while I'm doing this. What are the questions you guys have for me? Comment your niche down below. Any questions about anything that I've covered on here so far? Like I said, how to start a business in 2025. Step one is to pick a niche, pick one niche. A lot of people are lying to you right now and telling you that you should have multiple niches, and they're lying to you and they're telling you that you should be your niche or you can be your niche. And let me tell you why I think those are bad ideas. First and foremost, people tend to only follow people for one thing at a time. For example, when I think about Gordon Ramsay, why do you follow Gordon Ramsay? Because he's a cook. He does cooking shows. If Gordon Ramsay taught you how to shoot a basket or started making videos about how to shoot a jump shot, you'd be really confused. And the other thing too, let me see if you guys can see this. So this is niche one. I'm going to just put a niche one here. Niche one. And this is niche two. Niche two. Let's say you start making videos about this topic, cooking, we'll say. You make 20 videos about cooking. You start getting followers for cooking. And then all of a sudden, you start creating content about basketball. Start creating basketball videos. The people that came to know you for cooking aren't going to be interested in basketball. They're going to say, what the heck is Alston talking about? Why is he all of a sudden talking about basketball? You see this overlap here? These are the group of people that would be interested in both cooking and basketball. In general, people come to the internet to solve one problem at a time. And what normally happens is, let me see if I can slide this over. Okay, great. And what normally happens is people that come to know you for cooking will not watch or engage your basketball content. And then that lets the algorithm know, or it tells the algorithm that your basketball content isn't good content, and it won't get sent out to more people and vice versa. So it has a negative impact on the algorithm. Oh, I should actually put that as well. Let me go over here and come down to the content creation. Do not make content. Do not make content for the algos. Make content for people, because people are what push the algorithm, right? Don't make content for the algos. Make content for people. People are what push the algos. When you get people to like, comment, share, and follow, it lets the algorithm know that this information, this content is helpful. And I'll answer that question in a second, Diane. What was I going to say? Anyway, if you want to trigger the algorithm, which is a saying that is overused and a lot of people are saying, trigger the algorithm by making content for the individual. Invoke an emotion. I said this somewhere down here, but invoke an emotion. Get people to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow, and it'll trigger the algorithm to send that video out to more people. So don't make content for the algorithms. I'm going to highlight that because that's really important. Diane says, a lot of people are getting on YouTube displaying life over 40 and 50. Seems to be a growing niche. In your opinion, how could someone stand out? So, I mean, it's really just a sub niche of a popular niche that's already out there. So take whatever your topic is, and so take whatever your niche is, and then people are just saying like over 50. How people over 50 can make dinner for one, or how people over 50 can travel alone. You know what I mean? It's like it's a subgenre. So take whatever niche that you're interested in, and then you can just slap over 40, over 50 on it, and go from there. But it's definitely an opportunity. A lot of people are doing the over 40, over 50 because those people actually have money. They have money to spend to solve a problem. What other questions you guys have for me? I'm just gonna put digital product ideas. Digital product ideas. All right. So what time is it? It's 12:30. 12:23. Awesome. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good place to start. And you can take this and just implement it right into your business. And this is a roadmap that you could implement and be successful. And what I'm telling you is simple. It's not easy. Being a content creator, monetizing online is not easy. It's simple, not easy. Because all you're doing is you're identifying a problem right here. You're identifying a problem and you're creating content to solve that problem. You're creating content to attract people to you where you've solved that problem. That's all anybody has ever done. Amazon, Facebook, YouTube, they've all found one problem and solved it better than anyone else. And even TikTok. But all you have to do, I don't know if you can see that one. All you have to do is find one problem. What was the one problem Amazon solved? They sold books online. And then eventually they figure out a system to deliver e-commerce goods faster than anyone else. That's the original problem. Facebook figured out how to connect people from college, from anywhere in the world, to take your offline network and put it online. Eventually, they are doing other things. But YouTube, the one problem they solved was allowing regular everyday people, allowing them to have a space to share their videos. Find one problem and solve it better than anyone else. And you don't even have to solve it better. You just have to solve the problem. That's it. It's simple, but not easy. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are consistently showing up to solve that one problem. Show up for yourself every single day. And I say this every day. Show up every single day like you show up to that job that you hate. I know this is the first full week back, January, back to work. A lot of people grumbled and rolled their eyes and dragged themselves out of bed. In fact, my kids dragged themselves out of bed on Monday. They were rationalizing trying not to go to school, right? But yet they went. And for most people, they go to a job that they hate. They go and work for a boss that they dislike. They go talk to Janice from accounting, even though they don't care about Janice. They could care less about Janice from accounting, but they go every single day. And so, what I'm telling you to do is if you're willing to do that 5 days a week, 6 days a week, maybe even seven, you can make videos. You can make a video. You can make 3 videos per week if you're using YouTube. If you are doing TikTok, you can make 3 videos a day. It should take you 20 minutes to make 3 videos. And here's how you can do it. Here are times that you can do it throughout your day. Um, first break. Actually, what most people do is they get to work 20 minutes early, and they sit in their car. So instead of just sitting in your car, make a video. Actually, let me just they get to work 20 minutes early, and they sit in their car and they go in at the last second. Make one video. Most people get a 15-minute break. Make one video. Most people get a 30-minute lunch break. Make 2 videos. I used to get an hour lunch break. Make 4 videos. And then you get a 15-minute break in the afternoon. Make a video. And then you can save these videos in your drafts. You don't have to upload them. But if you just did this one day a week, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, you've got 5 videos. So this equals, this is what, 5 videos. If you did this 4 times a week, 20 videos. You've got 20 videos. Other times that you can do this is you can wake up 30 minutes early. But when you wake up 30 minutes early, make videos. Don't aimlessly scroll on TikTok. Wake up. You can stay up 30 minutes later. Again, make videos. Don't aimlessly scroll on TikTok. If you can do like kids practice. Make a video. Most kids practices are an hour, and most people are aimlessly scrolling on TikTok. I know because I see it. If you are doing like household chores, make a video. Washing dishes, doing the laundry, folding clothes, make a video. All things that we have to do. While you're cooking, if you're cooking, make a video. During commercial breaks, during live sports. So, for example, for football, there's a pregame show, halftime show, post-game show, post-game show, right? That's 3 opportunities to make 2 videos each. Also, for football, they have change of possession timeouts. They have timeouts after touchdowns. They have touchdown. They have timeouts after kicks. They have timeouts. They have regular timeouts. Are you telling me that if you watched football, you couldn't make 5 videos in these time frames? Tell me, if you watched football, pregame show, halftime show, postgame show, you could make 2 videos each. Change of possessions, 1 video. Touchdown, 1 video. Kicks, 1 video. Timeout, 1 video. So on any given Sunday, you could have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos. 10 videos done. Right? If you're watching a streaming platform, let's say you're watching Hulu. Hulu has 2-minute commercial breaks, 3-minute commercial breaks. You can use that time to make a video. Is this making sense? Is this making sense? What else? So we've got wake up 30 minutes early, stay up 30 minutes late, kids practice, household chores, commercial break, live sports. You can also do it during your commute. If you are literally stationary, and I've been in traffic in Chicago where I've literally just been sitting on like the Dan Ryan Expressway, can't go anywhere, make a video. But you've got time. I guarantee you. If you work and you get a 15-minute break, instead of talking to Jan from accounting about something that neither one of you guys really care about, make a video. Instead of sitting in the break room, wasting time, make a video. You've got time. We've all got time. We've all got time. And I know because I'm not the most efficient with my time. Another place that I really like is parent pickup and parent drop off. Parent pickup and parent drop off. 2 really good times. In fact, whenever I make a TikTok video and I'm sitting in my car, I'm usually in parent pickup and parent drop off. Usually when I go live on TikTok, it's in parent pickup because I literally can't move. I can't go anywhere. So I'm literally sitting there and make a video. You've got time. The question is, do you really want to? That's the question. Do you want to? Do you want to do? Do you want to? And if the answer is yes, here's when you can do it. All right. So, does anyone have any other questions for me today? And if you're doing if you're doing long form content, then instead of making a video during like break, write an outline. Yeah, Bruce, I haven't been live on YouTube in a long. It's been probably 6 months or if not more since I've been live. At least. Yeah, it's been at least probably 6 months or more. I could probably tell you the exact time, but yeah, it's been about since when college football came out. And college football came out, I think, in July. Yeah. Yeah. Probably about 6 months. But anyway, if you are doing YouTube long form content, use these times to make an outline. And then pregame show, halftime show, postgame show, you can make videos. What I also encourage you guys to do is to batch create your content. So what I used to do is on Fridays, while I was sitting in parent pickup line, I would make outlines for my TikTok videos. On Saturdays, I'd have the camera running the entire time, and I would make 30 videos. It'd probably take me an hour. Sunday, I would edit those videos into 30 different videos. So make, how should I frame this? Saturday, make 30 videos, I'm going to say without stopping camera or messing up. So if I messed up, I would just talk right through it, because I know that on Sunday I was going to do my editing. I would edit videos into edit video into 30 videos. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, that's how you can do it. And if you have 30 videos, you can upload 2 videos per day. So right now I'm using Premiere Pro, but you could do the same thing with Canva. I mean, you could do the same thing with CapCut. You could do the same thing with CapCut. But I would edit the video into 30 videos. All right. So yeah, but if you're, let's say you're on YouTube Shorts or TikTok, you do 30 videos and save them, you've got videos for at least 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. If you did 3 videos per day, that gets you like 3 weeks worth. And then you're making videos once a month or almost once a month, and you don't get burnt out. You don't feel like you're on this hamster wheel. But yeah, this is what you can do. I really like this one. Get to work. Another thing you can do is, most people, when they get off of work, they sit in their car for a little while. Make a video before going in the house. So before you before you go back into the house and you deal with your kids and your spouse, make a quick video. Make a quick video or 2. So now we've got 6 videos. And if you did this, 5 times a week, I think we said, that's 30 videos, or maybe 4 times a week. 6 times 4 is 24. So now you got 24 videos, all within your normal day. I'm not even asking you to do anything crazy or outrageous. 30 videos within your normal day. Let's see. How cool is that? All right, so I have been on for an hour and 39 minutes. Do you guys have any other questions before I let you go today? So yeah, I'm going to get back to being more consistent. Last month has been challenging for a variety of reasons, but it's a new year and we got to get back to the basics. So you guys have a great day and we'll talk soon.